All right, we're live. Um, Hi, my name is Mixel. Sometimes I make things and sometimes they're good. Today it's so quiet. Oh my gosh, I need background music. Today we will get some background music and then we will start doing some modeling of Welt Yang. Um, be right back. Let me just. I need background. What would be? I guess I could technically do Honkai stereo music because I'm doing, yeah. Or you know what, it's fine. It's fine. We're not gonna try and figure that out now. That's gonna be too much. um so yeah, so if you see my Twitter, I and also the thumbnail, I made a Welt Yang cosplay. um Submitted it to the Multiverse Vista. I think that's what it's called. It's the thing. It's the art contest that Hoyoverse is hosting for Star Rail. Yeah, so I did that. It's fun. You can see my real face in the photos. Ooh. But yeah, so we're gonna be making some upgrades to that cosplay. It's gonna be short because I'm testing out my whole setup. Like you can see in the which way? In the top right corner of the screen, that is a live feed of my 3D printer that I have in my basement. So we will be making something in Blender and then slicing it in Utility Cura and then 3D printing it live. Ooh. And we're just gonna test it out and see if I'm like what the flow is of that because this is sort of the first time I'm trying out this whole setup. Like I have Blender open. I'm gonna have Cura open in a second. I'm gonna have the 3D printer running in the top right. And then once we do have the stuff printed, I will have hand cam. Woo! Oh my god. That was not smooth at all. Um, Let me just double check that chat is chat's good, right? If I hit refresh, can I like briefly see? Oh, I'm not gonna see it. It's fine. It's fine. Am I still? Was my hand just like still the entire? Oh my gosh, my hand's just still the entire time. Okay, cool. Um, yeah. So actually, what I should do is show you what the jacket looks like, and I'll try to explain what I'm making because it's not technically the buttons that I'm making. It is like a backing to the button so that it'll like stay on my shirt. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the plan. Wow, I okay. So first thing is for the next stream, I'm going to. Is there okay? There's no one here right now, so I'm gonna try and like sneakily. I'm gonna try to queue up some ambient music just so that we have something playing in the background. Okay, Star Rail, um, loading screen. Music. 1 hour loop. Here we go. Never works because my name is the same as an existing company. So I should probably change it. Channel. Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's put the music down. Properties? Oh, okay, no, we're done. Yeah, I think that should be okay. Oh, and that's too loud on my end. Testing. Okay. So, ambient music now. Nice. Okay, what was I doing? Hand cap. T-shirt. This is the shirt that I'm wearing, and the plan for this shirt is it'll have these buttons that are currently on with tape alone, and although that worked for like an hour, if I want to go to like a convention or something, I need to have it last longer than an hour, right? Kind of makes sense. So, what we'll do, and I thought ahead on this when I was making these buttons, there are these holes. Well, I can just sort of break it out right now. ASMR, removing 3D print support. So I didn't show the info, did it? Okay, maybe not. Okay. What was that? That interesting. Okay. So we're back, and hopefully I didn't show any erroneous information I shouldn't have. That's interesting. So you're just testing this out. So yeah, so button. We're gonna have something to go onto the back of this button, and my hope is that I can, like, it'll lock from the back of the shirt and then go in through the shirt into the hole, and thickness of the shirt, we'll add like a sort of padding onto the button peg, I guess, and like it'll secure it through like, friction. Yeah, so that's the plan. We'll see how it works. But let's start actually 3D printing. Yeah, let's start actually like modeling and 3D printing something. Oh, I took off my gloves. I should have. Oh, let's put away the hand cam, or maybe what we can do, we can put it down here, and it'll just be on screen the whole time. No, that's dangerous. Yep, that's. I don't want to show my exposed hands. Meanwhile, my full face is on Twitter. Sure. Okay, so no, that's not Blender. That's OBS. OBS go. Okay, so we are in Blender 4.1. This is Welt Yang from Honkai Star Rail. He is all of the models from this game, well, not all of them, all of the playable character models can be downloaded off of they're released officially by Hoyoverse as MMD models. I don't remember where. I remember someone was making like a compilation post to a link to all the sites because it's only on like their Chinese website, I think, and it's not. I don't know if there's. Okay, where I got it, it was only on Hoyoverse's Chinese website. I don't know if there's an English website that has a supply of the MMD models. But you can find. If you search up Honkai Star Rail MMD, you can find all the models online, downloadable, and then using an older version of Blender, you download the MMD extension in order to import the MMD models into Blender, and then and then once it's imported, you can just open it up with like Blender 4.1, and it still works fine. So that's what I did, and that's what I did to make a lot of this cosplay. Or a lot of this cosplay. Yeah, a lot of this cosplay. Like here, you can see center. Where's the cane? Let's center this. It's like the cane. I had like split it apart into I split the cane, the main body of the cane in half, and then I did. This is becoming like an explanation of how I made the costumes. And then I did the parts in gray. And what I like to do with 3D models is that I'll split them up based on color. Or I'll try to split it up based on color, so that I can print it out in a full color filament. And then that just means less painting on my end. Like, because like automating as much as the process as possible is very nice. You can print stuff, and then while it's printing, you can do other stuff. And I can probably save the explanation for when I'm printing so that I can have no dead air time. Anyways, back to the button. Where is the original? Is my question. So here are the original buttons. As you can see underneath, this is. Oh, what's that? Oh, excuse me. So as you can see here, this is the original button, or I don't even know what to call it, if it's a button, but like, you see the same design on his pauldrons, and like his, on his like, inner shirt and his vest and his Attack on Titan straps. I don't I don't know. And also his back, like on the back here. So I decided to do, instead of like designing every single one and have it look slightly different, I'm just gonna design one that has like a similar design for everything, and then just use that all over the body. So now I have like 20 something of the same button, and I can just use them interchangeably and not have to worry about like, oh, this button's for the arm, and this button's for the chest, and this button's for blah blah blah. Yeah, so did that. Should I change the category to gaming? I feel like, because it is technically how to in style. I don't know. Maybe I'll change it to gaming. I feel like more people would be interested in let's change category, because that's something I should be doing halfway into a stream. Okay. It's like no one here right now, so I can just sort of... Let's search myself, because that's always good. That's always healthy. I want to see if Honkai Star Rail 1 is going to shows my stream. Okay, sorry, 2.2k watching. Yeah, so that's sort of like typical. And then if I scroll down to like maybe the very bottom, I will find my own stream amongst everything else here. Nope. Why do I not show up with this? That's sort of... Huh. Oh, okay, so we're back. Are we back? Yeah, we're back. Maybe it just doesn't show it because because I'm on my own account. It's not gonna show my own live stream in like their live feed. Weird. Okay, whatever, it's fine. So, we are making this. The original button, I decided to make the original button the copy of every other button that's sort of there. It's fine. One view. Hi. Okay, so Star Rail. We are making the button for this. We're making the backing for the button for my cosplay, or at least making a better way to attach it to my shirt. And so, actually, the first thing I should probably do, one second. Okay, hi, hello. Yeah. No, my... Let me just reconnect to my 3D printer. password as well. Okay, it's back. Nice. Okay, so where was I? Buttons. So we're making the buttons for Welt's shirt, right? And what I want to do is get a measurement of how thick the fabric is to include that in, because this is going to go in through the fabric and then connect into this hole. So I need to include the thickness of the fabric in the what is that? Print. That's something. I'm gonna turn the volume down. Hold on. -15. How about that? I know. I think it might be just loud for me. Okay, if this viewer is okay. Hello, if there's anyone here, please let me know how the volume is for the background music. Actually, no, we'll put it down to we'll put it down further. Hello. Oh. Hello. Oh, hi, Ash Rabbit. Okay, quickly. BGM is a little loud. Hi, Howlia. Music is a bit loud, so it's hard to hear you speak. Also, hello. Okay, yeah, so volume. I've brought the volume down now. Is that, like, better? Hello and hi. How's current videos won't be chatting much today, but ooh, cosplay stuff. Yes, cosplay stuff. Yeah, we're doing button stuff. Also let me know how the volume is. Like, I'll speak normally and then you let me know how. Like, I put the volume down a little bit now. I don't know if I should put it down, like, further. There's also a lot of lag. I don't know what's happening. Oh, okay. Better? I don't know how long, like, the delay is too. If I stop spinning this, BGM is still loud. Okay, yeah, I'll bring it down. Okay, how about now? Oh, you know what? I can kind of see it on here too. I will bring it down to like. Oh. I'm remembering things now. Okay, -35. Okay, how about that? Maybe that's better. Because I do remember seeing my recordings and I always have to boost my ear. Yeah? Nice. Okay. Where this is good. Nice. Okay, yeah. So whenever I do recordings, I always have to boost. I always find my voice ends up being at like -35 decibels or I don't know, something like that. Um, and so it makes sense that if the BGM is louder than negative 35 decibels, it's gonna be too loud. So we'll set the BGM to 35 decibels, and I can just look at my audio mixer, and it's fine. Okay, so we're good. Back in the game. Buttons. For those who are just tuning in, Ash, Halia, hi. We are we're making the backing for the button to connect to Welt's shirt. I can if I minimize this, I can show you on Blender. Welt's official MMD model, which is from Hoyoverse's website. You can literally search up Honkai Star Rail MMD model, and you'll find a compilation list that contains all the links to where you can find all the models. It's great. Also, fun fact, Sunday is also one of the models you can download, who as of right now is the only non-playable character that we have an official MMD model for, which may or may not suggest that Sunday will be playable in the future. We'll see. I don't know. It's but that's just a theory. Button. So, button will connect to shirt, will connect through shirt. When button backing with peg will connect through shirt into button front. I don't know if you can see that. It'll connect. Imagine this finger is a peg. Oh my god. Imagine this finger is like a protrusion. I don't know how to make this sound proper. Into the whole back hole of the button to connect it on the shirt. And my hope is that I can design it. My hope is I can actually start designing at some point. I've just been yapping the whole time. My hope is that I can design a hole, a peg that will fit in this hole snugly with the fabric, and hopefully with the fabric and the button fitting snugly, it'll just like hold it in place, and I won't need to use glue or anything. I might still end up using glue at the end just to make sure it's especially secure, but until then, I don't know, we'll see. I want to test it out. That's sort of what we're doing. We're testing a lot of stuff out. I didn't have a BGM on until like 10 minutes into the stream because it was way too quiet for me. So we're gonna start designing. The first thing we will do. So this is what the original button looks like in my Blender file. And so this is the diameter that we are working with for the button hole. So object mode, no wait, add mesh. No. I want to get the measurements first. What is the diameter for this? How do I orient this properly? Okay, cool. Hole. That there. That is not 0.006. Why is that like not a nice number? I knew it. I knew some of these like I when I was like making, I could have sworn I knew some of these holes. Like some of them were like too large. No, some of them were too small to fit on stuff. And I was like, why is it not fitting? They all should be the same. When I made these two copies, I never touched the center hole. And now I feel like they are different. Let me measure the inside of this. I knew it. I knew there were different sizes. Oh, huh? Am I connecting this straight? Maybe I'm just not connecting it directly across. Oh, no, I am 0.6778. Okay, and then this one is 0.006778. Oh, okay, no, they are the same size. I'm just 3D printing is hard. It's fine. Okay, so we have this hole is 0.006778 meters. So we will add a cylinder. We'll scale it down to 1/10 the size of the hole and then scale it up. Oh, no, wait. No. From full size, scale 0.006778. Is that going to be the size that we need? No. Scale 0.1. Is that going to be the size that we need? Nope. You know what I'll do? Instead of trying to recreate the whole, recreate this, I will copy the button and then edit, and we will just strip away. Nope, that's the measurement tool. Let's take off my glove. No, we'll keep the gloves on. No, my hands are getting sweaty. Let's take the gloves off. We'll put the gloves back on when I'm using the hand cam. But for now, because I'm not, let my hands breathe. Okay, so we will start deleting a bunch of these vertices. Until we have just this part. And then we'll highlight, Alt-N, flip it, and now we have the peg. And now extrude, scale, and we can do that. Maybe like that big? No. Scale. Oh wait. Extrude scale. Is that a good size compared to... Oh yeah, that's... We can probably scale it up even more. Maybe there. That might be a good size. Okay. So now we will extrude this down. That's that might be 2 millimeters. So that's gonna be too thin. How thick is this though? Actually, yeah, that's true. How thick is this? 3, so then this will also be 3. 3 units. I think am I working in, I'm actually working in millimeters. So this is like the actual measurements. This is like 2 scale. Okay. So now we will fill that in. Select everything with L, and we will just recalculate the outside just to make sure that outside is outside, inside is inside, and we don't have any issues with the mesh. So now this is in theory going to be an exact fit with this hole here. And what we could do is I could highlight the whole thing, go into X-ray mode, and just drag it over, and you'll see it lines up perfectly with the hole. So, but we don't want that. because there is fabric that's supposed to go in between these two parts. So let me put my glove. Okay. Okay, I think we're back. Oh my gosh. I don't know what happened. Everything else is connected to the internet except for the PC that I need for streaming. Are we back? I oh, yes. We're back. I can hear myself on the stream that I have open on my phone. Poggers. Nice. Let's just reconnect my 3D printer cam, which I still haven't used because I haven't even printed anything yet. Oh my god, what? This is fine. This is fine. Very professional stream. Thanks. Oh, let's minimize that. Ah! Okay, we're good. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, hi. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. What are we doing? We are making Welt's button. So we've made the backing. This is sort of where, yeah. We want to. So for those just tuning in, I've come back from disconnecting from Wi-Fi for some reason. I'm working on a 3D printing uh, parts to upgrade my current Welt cosplay, which you can find on my Twitter. Plug. Yeah. Um, these buttons are from his pauldrons, his jacket, his vest, his collar, his Attack on Titan belts. I don't know what they're called. Um, the back of his jacket, etc. And I want a way to connect these to his shirt. And so what I'm doing is there's a hole here, and I'm now making the back part, and this part will connect through the fabric here into this hole on the front button, and that will hopefully hold everything together. As it stands right now, this is an exact fit to this hole, but we don't want that because we need enough space for the fabric to exist. So, we will measure the thickness of this shirt using calipers, and we'll add that thickness into our design. So we will see. Shirt is like, if we squeeze, it's like a millimeter thick. And like, this is bunching up too, so I don't really know if like. Oh no, you know what we can do? We'll measure it from the raw edge, since there's nothing blocking our path there. Let's go from here, and that is like half of what I was originally measuring. That's great. So so possibly like half a millimeter. Well, 40. If I squeeze, it'll be 30, 20, 30. But if I just measure it as is, it's around 0.4 millimeters. So I need to subtract 0.4 millimeters from let's do that. So I need to subtract 0.4 millimeters from this. I like from the bottom here and around this peg and down. Now, how do I do that? What I could do is scale it down to where it is like 0.8 less. Oh my gosh, excuse me. How are we gonna do that? What's the current measurement on this? 0.006778 meters, which equals, I can't math. 0.006778 times 1,000. 6.778 millimeters. So if we want to do like minus 0.8, yes, we have to do minus 0.8. Minus 0.8 is 5.978. So 5.978 millimeters thick, or in diameter. That divided by 6.778 is 0.8819 times blah, 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 blah. So that'll be our scaling factor for shrinking down this peg. Okay. So we highlight this, and I'll highlight the full, yep, that's the full thing. And then scale, we lock the Z-axis, and we scale down by 0.88197108. And now, this should be, was it 5.9 something, I think? 0.5978. Nice. Okay, so we got that. Now, with the... Oh. So now, this is shrunk down so that the fabric can come along here, up and inside the peg, and then down that way. So like, if I were to draw that, maybe I'll show you a cube. It's 0.001, I think. So imagine this cube is like the fabric, right? So imagine that cube is the fabric, right? If we... Oh. I always forget to switch between those two. Okay, so if we expand this out... Oh. So the fabric is like 0.4 millimeters tall. And... or something. This is like... Oh, okay. No, that's 0.8. Doesn't matter if we're not the scale. 0.008. So like this will technically be the fabric, right? That makes sense. Hmm? So that's how the fabric's gonna sit around the peg. And this will go, and then this will all fit inside this hole. So that's sort of done. Let's print this. We're finally getting to the the actual interesting bit in the stream. Now we're in. That's fine. That's how you milk the audience. I'm not gonna milk. That sounds weird. Anyways, we're going to export this file as an STL. Let's call it button backing. And then selection only, so you don't export the entire file. And then we're going to open up UtilMaker Cura. Or Ultimaker Cura. I don't remember the name. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, you know what? The entire time chat hasn't been showing. Oh, shoot. Is chat like... We're... Oh. Uno momento. Please, hello? I don't see chat on screen. Yeah, I just noticed that. If that's what you're asking. Yeah, it is. Shoot, why is chat not showing up on screen? Oh. Is chat not on the screen the whole time? No. Oh, okay, yeah, so that's working. Why is chat not on screen? What? Why is chat not on screen? Okay, whatever. You know what? We're just gonna continue this. I don't know why chat's not on screen. We'll try to figure it out while the thing's printing. You didn't see that. Okay. We are opening up this. Ta-da! Okay, so until Maker Cura, this is gonna be the button that we'll be printing. Um, this program is for translating 3D files into a printable format for the 3D printer to be able to 3D print stuff. So we call it colloquially, it's typically called it's typically called a slicer because it sort of slices the 3D model into a layer by layer format that the 3D printer will understand, and so it'll print layer by layer. And so if we hit slice, we'll get a estimated time. Oh, the hand cam is covering. There. So we will see a estimated time 2 minutes at 10 minutes. It'll take 2 grams to to print, and if we preview this, you can sort of see how the layers are printed. Right? So it'll go layer by layer. There's a 20% infill, so it'll only fill in 20% of the volume. You can change the temperature of like the nozzle that's extruding the plastic for printing. You can change the temperature of the plate, the print speed, and all this stuff. And all those stuff you should only be changing based on tests that you can run yourself in order to figure out what is the optimal speed and temperature required for fast printing at a good quality or something like that. There's a lot of tweaking that needs to be done for like a 3D printer. The hobby, I feel, is split between people who are buying a printer for the sake of making 3D printed products, and those who are getting into it for the sake of working with a 3D printer. Like it's like if you bought like a paper printer, but having to assemble the printer yourself. That's sort of what, like, it's basically how you can't there are some 3D printers that are like you buy it and it's good to go, like you just set and forget, but then even then you need to run calibration tests and stuff in order to ensure that the print, like to test out like, oh, like if I want to print super fast, like what temperature do I need to be heating up the plastic in order to extrude out of the nozzle quickly enough, and other stuff like that. Anyways, enough of that. We are printing this. It'll take 10 minutes, and it'll probably take a little longer for me to go downstairs and set it up and blah blah. So we're just gonna rewrite the file name 2 grams 10 minutes just so that I know what I'm printing when I go down to the machine. I'm gonna save it to my removable drive. And then nope. Um Oh, there. Hi. Chat's on screen now. Oh my gosh. I don't know what. Long, long time no see. Yay! I don't know why that did anything. Oh. Time to be perceived. That's right. You will now be perceived. Okay. Um. Connection has been lost. What the? Huh? Okay. Where am I? Okay, so I will be right back. I will. Maybe I can make this bigger. Bigger. Yeah. And it's gone. We will reconnect now. Like, messy. No con. Huh? Wait for connection failed. So, we're currently waiting right now for me to reconnect to the camera that I have set up to monitor my 3D printer. Apparently, YouTube is not responding. Okay, let's try this a third time. Okay, so 3D printer cam back online. I will be right back. And maybe I'll put some text on screen just to say oh. That's not what I want to say. I want to say hitting up 3D printer. Stick around. Okay, I'm gonna go nonverbal for a bit. I'll be right back. Hello, hello. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so I am now verbal. um 3D printer's running, as you can see. Uh Thank you, Halio, for pointing that out. I need to double check that every time I come back. Um what was I saying? It is now printing the button that we have just finished making right here. Right here. Button. The Welt model is an MMD model provided officially by Hoyoverse and downloadable for free on their website. You just need to search up like Honkai Star Rail MMD and you'll be able to find a post that has compiled a link to all of the files. But yeah, so like you can like do this yourself. Like input it into Blender, um, but not Blender 4.1, which is what I'm running. You have to use an old version of Blender, which has a MMD model importer add-on, because 4.1, from what I know, from what I'm aware of right now, Blender 4.1 doesn't have the MMD add-on, so you can't import MMD models into Blender 4.1. But you can have two versions of Blender on your computer. The old one, which supports all the add-ons, and then Blender 4.1, which has all the new features. So you open up the old model, the old Blender program, which you use the MMD add-on to import the MMD model, and then you can save that file as is, and then reopen it in Blender 4.1, and then use Blender 4. And then use like edit the model as is. So we have our model here. This is like the official like 3D model, or at least the official MMD model. And like I've taken the cane, like from here you can like take the cane apart. I like to take pieces apart based off of color, so that when you're 3D printing stuff, you can 3D print in a solid color, and um, it just means like less post processing, like less painting that you have to do after the fact, and stuff. Can you hear me? I just want to make sure. Like I can see the audio stuff moving on my end, so it does seem like I'm speaking. I'm going to double check my own stream again, just to make sure. We can hear you. Perfect. Thank you, Helio. Okay. So as I say, um, so I like to take it apart based off color, or at least try to take it apart based off color as best as I can. Um, and then just so that I can print in solid colors, and then just do painting, and it'll just mean less painting for me once the print's done. So like for the cane, I had split the cane apart based off of like the front part here, which is majority silver, back part here is all silver, and then I printed those parts out in silver. The cane was a mix of silver and this like red color. I didn't have red, so I wound up having to paint in like this sort of like cosmic looking purple, which kind of looks nice. I can actually bring it up on the um, hand cam. I'm just looking at the 3D print. Yeah, no, it still looks good. So if I can reach the cane. Okay, so this is sort of all these screens open. This is what the cane looks like. See, so like I split up. Oh, I split up the. Oh, come on. Like this part was split, and then I painted these parts in like the sort of uh like red cosmic-y looking thing, and then the back part is like one thing which I printed in. Actually, I don't know if I printed this in silver. I printed this in um black, and then I just spray painted it. I think I printed it in like black and then spray painted it. So like at the very least, by separating it by color, when you're painting it, you don't have to worry about like the paint overlapping onto other parts, and you don't have to worry about like taping up parts and having to um like paint this area one color and then tape it up to prevent like bleed over and stuff, and then paint another color and like be careful about not painting over things and whatever. Like it's everything's separated by part, and then you just paint the part in one color, and you don't have to worry about. And then like when you put everything together, it looks like it's like separate. Like the paint job ends up looking a lot cleaner. um the downside to that is that like you have to, for something like this, like the like having to figure out how to separate this part off from this and then reconnect it after you've done printing it, like trying to figure out the tolerances required in order for this to, like, imagine having to fit this part into this whole part here, like the tolerance, like for me right now it is a lot easier for me to just print it as all as one part and then paint parts separately for like this part, rather than trying to figure out printing like if this part will fit inside this whole. Okay, we're back. Jeez, how much of a delay is my stream? That's wild. That's like at least, yeah, I don't know how long of a delay that stream is. So wacky, so wild. Anyways, oh, the print's done. Okay, print is done right now, so we will, let me just, um all right, so the print is done. We're gonna let it sit and cool down for like a minute or two, and then we will finally be able to see if the part fits snugly with everything that was going on. This is an interesting test to see how this setup runs. What have we learned so far? Uh, I oh jeez, this glove is falling apart. What have we learned so far? I don't know. What did we learn? Have background music, cause I could not like handle it being quiet. Uh, that was sort of it, right? Have background music. Everything else sort of went as expected, I think. Oh, the Wi-Fi was being weird at one point, but the Wi-Fi is weird every stream, so trying to think of what else. What else did we do? We did everything else sort of went smoothly, I think. Like I showed like hand cams working, 3D printer cameras working. Let's size this up. Oh no, like big. Yeah. Maybe not that big. There. Um. Yeah, okay. We're gonna grab the 3D print. I will be right back. Wow, that's so delayed. How long have I been streaming for? Oh, I don't know. Okay, well, I'll be right back. Okay, so I don't know how long of a delay that is. There might be like a 5-minute delay. Oh wait, why am I taking my gloves off? Because I like just got back, right? So maybe, I don't know, we'll see how long it takes me. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's like a 3 to 5 minute delay. Oh my gosh. what did we learn from today's stream? Um, have your Ethernet connected. I was on Wi-Fi the whole time. That might have been why, like, I like just completely cut out at one point. Um, have background music. Is that? That's kind of it. Anyway, besides that, this sort of went as expected. No, not as expected. Like, I hit all the beats that I wanted to hit, I feel. I think it was good. Could figure out timing for when to, like, talk about stuff for sure. Um, could also just jump into things. Oh, also category. Yeah, category we should set as gamer category. Let me change this glove and then we will check out if this print fits properly. Yeah. So yeah, so oh, that's so funny. So we will minimize shrink that down. And now, moment of truth. Oh. We have our fabric. We have our button. And we have the backing. So for starters, let's see if that... So that does fit in, and it's very smooth and not snug at all, which is expected because, like, this is supposed to fit from the back of the fabric, right? So now we have this. If you can see the button kind of poking through, and then this fits on top, and we press it, and see, it's sort of, it's very snug. Like, it's not shaking off at all. I feel like I definitely want to glue it on. Like, after going through all that, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna glue it on. Like, it's tight. It's tight on there. I will say that. I do feel like it would be a lot better, a lot more secured if it was glued on. But I mean, look at that. Like, that's snug. You see, like, the back there. That's like not falling off. Okay, now it just fell off. But yeah, like that's sort of. Oh. Yeah, so that sort of works. Nice. So that's it. That's yeah. There you go. See, if I press it in, then it stays snug and it's there for like a little bit. If I shake it around a bit, it doesn't really fall off until it does, because it's only really being held on together um, by like friction. And also, something that I just realized, the fabric, oh my god, see, so like there's like that divot now. Yeah, so like the fabric, it's gonna naturally wanna go back to being flat, right? So if I put an indentation here to like press it against this button, if I just pull this apart, like if I just like stretch it apart, pops off. So of course, this isn't really gonna work too well. um, that's just fine. It was a nice little like practice. You sort of see like technically the stream was what, like hour and a half, but this could technically be done in maybe 20 minutes. 10 minutes of actually making the part and then 10 minutes of printing it, and you can have like a test piece ready to try out a theory, because that's basically what this was. This was basically just like me theorizing, like if I did this, if I made a thing that like locks together, if I made a thing that locks together and it locks through the shirt, will this stay on top of the shirt? And the answer to that is no, not really, because but we learned, and that's sort of like that's how you learn things, is you try by failure. The best teacher in life is failure, which is a shame because like oftentimes you can't really, like you can never, I don't know, this is gonna get philosophical. You can't really come back from failure, but you can learn from it and then you can move forward. And that's sort of like how I, well, for my creative process, that's how I like to function, is just see what sticks, try something out. And for 3D printing, with how fast like these prototypes can come out, it's a really nice way to like test something out. It's like, oh, I think that if I print this part and link it together like this with the fabric in between, it's gonna work. Let's test it out. And then like without streaming, I could do like make this part in like 10 minutes, print it in another 10 minutes, test it and see, oh yeah, it doesn't work like that. Cool. And then I'll be done. And in 20 minutes, I would have like a functioning prototype of the thing that I want to do, test it out, and then done. It's kind of cool. It's sort of why I like 3D printing, is that you can just like it's rapid prototyping. I think that's what the term is, rapid prototyping. That's the neat thing about 3D printing, is rapid prototyping. Now, 3D printing for like actual use, that's sort of where things get interesting, because then you get into topics of like post like hiding layer lines and stuff, or like getting a or uh like hiding layer lines and like print density, like how dense do you want the part to actually be so that you can. We're back. Okay. When you want to get into like what was I saying? When you want to get into like movie making and stuff, you know, like, or like, you want to make it look like an actual thing. So then that involves like proper painting and proper sanding of the print and stuff. Like for cosplay, fine, but as you can see like the layer lines. Like that's like up close on like a movie camera, like 1080p or whatever 4K, 8K, whatever resolution people are using right now, IMAX, whatever. I don't know. Like that will not hold up against a camera, like a movie camera for like an up close shot or whatever. But for like like not a yeah, like, kind of like a toy that you're using for cosplay. Like, that looks nice. That looks good. And of course, like there are people who use like foam and stuff or cardboard or whatever and just like plaster on and smooth it out and whatever, blah blah. But 3D printing, very viable alternative for making props. It's really good. And then I don't know, I'm just gonna go on this whole thing about like 3D printing for like motion capture and stuff. You can technically 3D print the prop that you want to mocap and use in like a 3D motion capture environment too, right? So um I don't know. I watched a lot of Hololive, and I remember one the street or Hololive, Amelia Watson's birthday. She had a prop gun that she was like shooting and stuff, and then she was shooting cans, and the cans were mocapped. So like they had trackers, so like can had trackers on them and stuff, and and when she'd shoot it, the can would fly off. Like the can in real life would fly off, and then on screen the motion captured can would also fly off. Like you could do that for 3D printed props, and so like she had like a toy gun or like a BB gun and stuff that she was shooting cans with. But like let's say for um who are other Hololive talents that have props with them? Um, Mori Calliope, she has a scythe. You could 3D print a scythe and then mocap that, and then she can actually be like swinging a scythe around that doesn't look like her just holding the 3D capture prop and swinging that. Like you can tell a difference between a motion capture of swinging around a controller and pretending you're swinging a scythe around, and like swinging around something with actual weight and actual thing. And you could definitely do that with 3D printing. That's another thing too. I don't know why I'm going on this rant about what you can do with 3D printing. It's a really cool thing, and I really like 3D printing, and I really enjoy the idea of like using it for motion capture and stuff. I want to try that. Maybe my next like 3D hand cam hand cam thing stream. I might look into making props for um 3D motion capture. Maybe not the next one. I'm still figuring out this whole setup. But, you know, soon. Yeah. I don't know how long the delay is. OBS is saying drop frames is 80. So I'm assuming if I'm streaming at 30 frames per second, there's a 2-minute delay? That kind of makes sense, right? Maybe that's what it means. There's a 2-minute delay. Maybe there's a 2-minute delay. But anyways, and on that note, my name has been Mixel. I made. I just take my glove. I just took the gloves off. Let me put. Hey, come on. I made this button backing to test the theory of whether this button can be held onto a piece of fabric. When we tested it, and you just sort of press it together like that, it stays on for like a pretty decent amount of time. But because of the nature of just how fabric works, if you stretch it, it disconnects. So, I don't know. This test to make this button backing didn't work out, but that's fine because that's how you learn. That's a takeaway from this. For a creative process, you just gotta try stuff out and see if it works. That's just sort of how this stream went. I tried a bunch of stuff out, saw how it works, and we learned a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for me. I will see you all tomorrow. I will be streaming again tomorrow at 9 a.m. again because at 7:30 a.m. my time, the Honkai Star Rail 2.3 live stream will be going on. So I will be watching that, and at 9 when I stream, I'm streaming at 9 a.m. or whatever time this was in your local time. I will be streaming the final part of the Galactic Baseball event and talking about what happened during the stream. So that'll be fun. Yeah. I think we will we'll wrap it up here. I don't know if I want to send a message in chat. It's like, come back to my stream. I think I will send a message in chat. Bye. Oh, okay. Halia, bye. Okay, so it's thanks for the stream. No problem. What is the delay right now? Because I'm not. Is there a delay? I don't know what's happening with the stream. Oh, my feedback is like delayed. Oh, there we go. So silly. I don't know why my Okay, yeah. Thanks you for joining me. I don't know what's going on with We're learning so much. Delay might be a little less than expected. Excellent. That's always good. There's probably some delay though. Yeah, there's probably is some delay. That's expected. But it's not as long as I thought it was because for some reason my live feed from YouTube Studios was just like not showing, like it wasn't synced up to where I was live, which was weird. But yeah, now it is, and I'm seeing, yeah, there isn't that much of a delay. Huh. Okay, well, at the very least, we learned that. Oh, and we figured out how to refresh chat, which was nice. What did we learn? We learned keep my Ethernet cable plugged in at all times, even if it doesn't work. Delay is expected, and I gotta make sure that YouTube Studios feedback, not feedback. YouTube Studios display is showing like the actual live footage and not like 2 minutes prior for some reason, because that's a thing that it does for some reason. I don't know. We learned how to refresh chat. We learned a lot. Apparently I'm hungry. So I'm gonna go. This was fun. Thank you for joining in. I'll be streaming at the same time again tomorrow, wrapping up the Galactic Baseballer event on Honkai Star Rail, and also discussing what was in the live stream for what's coming up for Honkai Star Rail 2.3. So enjoy that. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.